represent the 3,000th year of the creation of the universe. Read on.
And the powers said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven.
And the power said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens. What are the lights? What do you see at night when you go out and look into the heavens? You see stars. You see stars. Lights. Then there was two major lights. The sun, and then you had the moon. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, where does the twilight come in? Is that when the
twilight represent
the light,
the one side of the light, the dimmer side of the light, and the brighter side of the light. As the world is rotating and the elements is rotating, you'll see part day and part night. Okay, that's why you have what's called the international date line. And in some cases, you can be on a big boat, a big ship, and part of the ship could be partially into the night, and the other part partially into the day. So there's like an exact line. They show you that in the Apollo flights and the shuttles. When they look back on the Earth, you can see the elements. One side is dimmer light than the other side. So that's where you get your dusk and your dawn and so forth. Go ahead.
And the powers said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years. And the powers said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years.
Right. See, a lot of you wonder why it says, let these lights, these stars, and the sun and the moon, let them be for signs. What does it mean by signs? A lot of you think that you see a shooting star, oh, that's just a shooting star. That represents something's going to happen. That's how the Most High tells you that something's going to happen. That's how he gives his message. When he sent the Halley's Comet, what the white man calls Halley's Comet, or cold tip, the Halley's Comet came by during the downfall of the Roman Empire. The stars, different comets came. That's why the ancient Egyptians knew that the Lord was going to send a Savior to save Israel. That was Moses. The Romans, they knew through the Magi, which were the Ethiopians, they knew that Christ was going to come through the stars. And just recently, a few years ago, I forget what year exactly it was, I think it was 87, if I'm not mistaken, Halley's Comet came. And Halley's Comet, that represents the downfall of this white man's kingdom. And if you notice, they found out that Halley's Comet had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tails to it. Normally a comet would have one tail. They recorded it on video and camera and through their observatories that it has 7 tails on it. The number 7 signifies victory for us, signifies completion. That means the white man's time is up. And these top biblical scholars, they know that their time is up. So they should just change. Philip Rothschild family, you should just change yourself up now and come to the school. Just give yourself up. Make it easy for yourself. Don't let us have to come and hunt you down, because we're going to do that anyway. The super rich families of the earth, you might as well get your money and bring it to the school right now and chain yourself up and just come down and bow to us, because you're going to bow to us when the time comes. You're going to bow to us, all right? You devils are going to bow to us. You're going to find out you're the devil like the Bible speaks of. Yeah, I'm laughing at you too. Look, the Most High, Christ gave the keys to the keys to the kingdom to Peter. He said, this rock shall I build my church, and the gates of hell, which is you white people, you scholars, you're not going to prevail. You're not going to prevail against us, man. What are you, a bunch of damn fools? Let's get back to this. I'm getting a little choked up.
And let them
set here. Go ahead.
And let them be for lights in the firmament
That's why when you see it in the clips, that represent, there was a lot of eclipses. When I was a kid, during the Vietnam War, there was a lot of eclipses, man. Every couple months, there was an eclipse. Anytime a kingdom was going down, anytime something major was going to happen on a worldwide level, there were stars and eclipses and so forth. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, shooting stars, comets, heavy comets, and so forth. Read that part again about the lights in the heavens.
And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And the powers made two great lights. The greater light.
No, read the part where it says for the signs and the seasons and the days. What verse is that?
Genesis 1:14. And the powers said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Right, the signs. We told you about the signs. That was the Halley comet, the comets, the shooting stars, the eclipses, the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, and so forth. So for signs, for seasons, the changing of seasons is the alignment of the stars, and so forth. The way it's positioned in the heavens. Signs, seasons, days, months, and years. Read on.
And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so.
Go ahead.
And the powers made two great lights. The greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night.
Now what is that? You know that yourself. The greater light to rule the day. The day was already here. This is the elements being illuminated. There was already elements that was illuminated. But the Most High made a particular light to rule the day, to represent the day. That's the sun. And the lesser light is to rule the night was what? The moon. Yes.
So the moon has its own light?
Of course the moon has its own light.
Okay. So they teach, because they teach in the schools that the sun gives the moon its light.
That's a damn lie. The moon has its own aura. And they don't want to change the textbooks, but when you go out into space, they show that illumination of the moon. That it has its own illumination.
Is it also true that the moon helps plants to grow?
Well, that's all a part of the elements, because it works with the tides and all that. It works with people's minds too. That's why you have this term as lunatic. Somebody bug out off of the moon. Lunatic. Okay? Why? Because the moon has a magnetic force to it, and it proves, and your body is 75% water. So when there's a full moon or something, people's bodies feel funny. That's why there's certain things you do when you go for operations. Certain times of the month, you do these things according to the makeup of the heavens. Okay? Yeah.
Was not the months measured by the moon?
Right. That's where the word month comes from. Moon. All right. Let's read on.
He made the stars also.
He made the stars also. And the stars have their illumination also. Read on.
And the powers set them in the firmament of the heaven.
Right. The firmament is what? Right outside. That's why we can see stars out here, all this area here in space. Some stars are farther away than others. Some stars are brighter than others. Read on.
To give light upon the earth.
To give light upon the earth. Because when you look up into the heavens, in the daytime, first of all, the daytime, do we get that daytime light from the stars and the sun? Nah. When the nightfall comes, the light that you see then is what? The light of the moon, the light of the stars. And the sun is not there. Read on.
And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And the powers saw that it was good.
Go ahead.
And the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
That represents the 4,000 years. the 4,000 year. Read on.
And the powers said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature.
Oh, hold up now. Hold up now. It says let the waters bring forth what? The moving creatures. Read that part again.
And the powers said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life.
Right, let the waters bring forth the moving creatures that have life. So, is not man a moving creature that has life?
Yes.
So, man was created back then. Aren't the whales moving creatures that have life?
Yes.
The fishes, the birds, all living things, including man, including woman.
And the powers said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life.
Right, let the waters bring forth the moving creatures that have life. So, is not man a moving creature that has life?
Yes.
So, man was created back then. Aren't the whales moving creatures that have life?
Yes.
The fishes, the birds, all living things, including man, including woman. Read that verse again.
And the powers said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life.
So, out of the waters came man, came birds, came insects, came snakes, came cattle, came all kind of species of animals out of the waters in their evolving state. Because animals did evolve through the power of the Most High. They didn't just all of a sudden pop up out of anywhere. And they came from the waters where all elements was, which is the nucleus of the earth. That's where all living things come from, and they came up on the land. The fishes, they stayed in the sea. See? The whales stayed in the sea. The birds flew in the air. Cattle and man walked upon the earth. Read on.
And fowl that may fly above the earth.
Right, and fowl that may fly above the earth. Go ahead.
In the open firmament of heaven.
In the open firmament of heaven. Go ahead.
And the powers created great whales and every living creature that moveth.
Is not man a living creature? The word creature is from the word to create. Created. He was created, right? Was not man created?
Right.
Yes, he was. So that's talking about man. That's talking about woman. Talking about cattle, birds. Talking about all species of living life. Read on.
That moveth, which the waters bring forth abundantly.
And the Most High said he caused the waters to bring these animals and these humans and all species of animals, brought them forth what? One at a time, he brought them forth abundantly. Read on.
After their kind.
After their kind. Whales came after their kind. Cattle came after their kind. Birds came after their kind. You didn't see no flying cows. That shows you how stupid the so-called white man is. Every animal came according to its kind. Horses after its kind. Read on.
And every winged fowl after his kind.
You had different species of winged fowls. You had the eagle. You had the pelican. You had all these different species of fowl in the air. Read.
And the powers saw that it was good.
And the powers saw that it was good. The angelic forces saw that it was good. Read on.
And the powers blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth.
species of animals. Read on.
and beasts of the earth,
And beasts of the earth, lions, tigers, cows, bulls. Read on.
after his kind.
After his kind. Read on.
And it was so. And the powers made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And the powers saw that it was good. And the powers said, let us make man in our image.
Now, a lot of you say, well, wait a minute. You said man was already created. Why are they saying that in the 26th verse? Man was already created, but now the angels are saying, look, let's make man different from the animals. Let us make man according to our image. Let's give them an order. They're going to be the supreme creeping things, the supreme living creatures on earth. Let us make them like us. Read that again, the 26th verse.
And the powers said, let us make